think I'm done with keto. I think it's time to fast. I made some nut milk. I soaked walnuts and sunflower seeds for like 4 or 5 hours or something, and then made it into nut milk. And it tastes exactly what you'd expect walnut, sunflower seed, nut milk to taste like. Okay, so non-dairy keto. Wow. Freaking wow. I thought I was unsatisfied before. It is intense. Without the heavy cream, supplying me with like a quick 500-600 calories or whatever in the morning, I am like I've been so ravenous. Like, even when I'm stuffing myself full of food, which you should not be doing on a keto diet, right? A lot of it's fiber or whatever from like salad greens and like freaking vegetables, and I'm using shirataki noodles and whatever. So, there's a lot of fiber, but like, it doesn't matter what I'm eating. It doesn't matter how full I feel like physically. I just still feel ravenous. And it's not a calorie thing because I am I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I'm having like a stupid amount of coconut oil, okay? Like, seriously, a stupid amount. Yeah, so what I said about without the calories is not the calories. There's something about the heavy cream that is more satiating. It's not like, again, like if you watch any of my other keto videos, this recent keto excursion here, experiment, that's the word I was looking for. I haven't really felt satiated like the whole time, but it's way worse. It's way worse now. Like, it was like not great at first, and then when I tried carnivore, it got even worse. And now that I'm doing non-dairy, it's like I just want to eat. I just want to keep putting things in my mouth. And that's like a problem on keto. Like, you can really overeat, like, obviously, since it's really high fat. I've been having a lot of fat bombs. Yeah, like I said, a really stupid amount of coconut oil. Something I haven't mentioned in any of these keto videos, though, is my weight. I have not gained weight. I have not lost weight. So there's that. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, horrifically unsatisfied and feeling ravenous. And so I've been struggling. I've started having like diet sodas because just like putting something that tastes like something in my mouth is helpful. That like doesn't have bulk, because I can't just keep eating more bulk and more fat. Like, it's like I start to feel sick, you know what I mean? And I know I shouldn't be eating that much, but I feel ravenous, so it's like I'm tempted to. And I'm struggling not to. So yeah, I've gotten back on the diet sodas. Amazing. I thought that at first, I thought non-dairy keto was going to work, because the first day after I had been non-dairy, no, it had been like 2 days or something. The first day that I checked my ketones after being non-dairy for like a few days, I checked them in the morning and they were 1.2, which is the highest ketone reading I've ever had in the morning fasted. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe it's happening. Like, wow. But then it just started dropping and I've been at like 0.7 in the mornings. And I've barely taken my readings at night. Because I've just been like, struggling and feeling just like really like my cognition and my mental health have been a little bit less good as well. I'm still doing fine, but like, my mood is still stable. I just mean that, like, I just don't, I'm like sick of it. I'm like over it. I don't care. And I can't like force myself to care enough to like do what I really need to do. So anyway, I've barely been taking my ketone readings. And they've been, when I have taken them, they've been like the same. low, like mild ketosis. And then, so I'm starting to think about maybe it's time to just stop this because, here, I'll get into that in a second. I was like, maybe it's time to just stop this. And then I went to check my ketones yesterday evening, and I could not find my Keto Mojo meter, which is ridiculous because it doesn't go anywhere. Like, I only ever test my ketones in my kitchen or in my bedroom, and there's like 20 feet in between the two. I don't take it anywhere else, and I just cannot find the thing. So I'm like, I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign that I'm going to be done for now. But now getting to the thing. There were two main reasons for my going keto. I was hoping I'd lose some weight. I was not confident about that, and in fact, it did not happen. That was not a main reason. My main reason was to see how it would affect my cognition and mental health. And I have found a bit of a boost in those things. My mood has been more stable, like I mentioned, whereas before it was more like, I'd have like more highs and lows in terms of my mood. Same with my energy. My energy has been more stable. It's not super high. Like, I don't feel super energetic, but I also don't feel super tired either, super fatigued. So those things have been more stable. My cognition, I don't feel like my memory has gotten any better, but I have been able to just kind of focus a bit better. I've been a little less scatterbrained, been able to like go from task to task a bit better without feeling like confused or overwhelmed about things. So I have seen a boost in my cognition and mental health, not as much as I was hoping for. Like some people seem to be recovering from some pretty crazy stuff like schizophrenia and bipolar and like major depression, and people talk about like these insane like boosts in their cognition, like their mental clarity is so amazing. I haven't seen any of that. So that was the main reason for going keto. I should just move that toppled over children's bluey playhouse out of the frame of view, shouldn't I? There you go. It's clean. Look at that. My cat is giving me like an insane stink eye right now. Small. My secondary reason for going keto is because I have wanted to get more into fasting for like a long time now. I've done a couple of fasts in the past, 2 or 3 times. I've gone for 2 or 3 days, but I really struggled to get over that hump of the second or third day because I just feel so terrible. And one of the things that, most fasting proponents, like extended fasting proponents, talk about is you should be resting when you fast. But I really just can't do that. Like the dishes and the laundry and caring for the kids and feeding everybody, like that stuff never stops. So like I can't just rest. And so I've just really struggled. I've really struggled to get past that hump in a fast because I feel so bad and I can't stop what I'm doing. And it always seems like something comes up. It's like, oh, well, all of a sudden we have to like go out to this place and I got my kids in tow and then they're fussing and I'm just like, I can't freaking, like I've got a terrible headache. My stomach is in knots and I'm just like, I'm like fatigued, you just can't like get past it. And people say that when you're doing an extended water fast, is what I'm talking about, for the first like 2 to 5, maybe 6 days, you might feel really, really bad. Not everybody does, but you might feel really bad. But then that sort of passes and you get more of a boost in energy. You start to feel a bit better. And you can go on for longer then, and it's not as much of a struggle, right? So I want to see if I can get to that point, but I haven't been able to because I feel so bad. That took me a long time to say that. But so I thought maybe that if I went keto for a while, got my body used to being in ketosis, got my body fat adapted, because this is not something it's ever done before, using ketones primarily for fuel, I thought maybe that would help me in entering an extended fast, because if I'm already in ketosis, then perchance, I won't feel so terrible like starting the fast and getting more into ketosis, because you go into ketosis when you're water fasting. When you're not eating, your body starts using its own body fat and other resources to provide energy, right? So that's what I'm gonna try. Y'all, this nut milk is giving me some like I gotta clear my throat. It's phlegming me up, y'all. I'm done with fat. I'm done with fat. Oh boy, it's delicious. So that's what I'm gonna try next. I'm gonna try and transition into a fast. It is in fact Ash Wednesday. When I'm recording this, you won't see it till like a few days or a week after. I don't know. I was originally hoping, to start fasting on Ash Wednesday for the beginning of Lent. However, I'm not, because my kids have a field trip for school on Friday that I have to take them to. It's gonna be like a busy day, whatever, and I can't be on like my second day of a water fast when I'm going to do that. So my plan is to just stick with what I'm doing for the next few days, and then for a couple of days before I'm gonna do the water fast, I'm going to not have any meat, be mainly just plant-based, very high fiber. I'm gonna finish up my shirataki noodles, salads, vegetables, that kind of stuff, along with still high fat to try and stay in ketosis. And then freaking go for it and see what happens. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do a longer water fast. It's something that, like I said, I've wanted to do for a long time, not just for my health, like that's certainly part of it, but also for spiritual reasons. Like I'm gonna, spend my time during the fast as much as I can just in prayer, and I'm not gonna be like looking at screens unnecessarily or like doing anything to like distract myself, I'm just gonna stick with water only, most likely. Like maybe if I'm feeling real bad, I'll have just some plain green tea or something to try and give me a boost. But yeah, just prayer and fasting. That's what I'm gonna go for during this Lent. Presumably I will not be water fasting for the entirety of Lent. That would be like 35 days or something. No, probably not. Smoliver, don't drink my nut milk. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it, see how I feel, see if I can make it past that hump, see if I feel any better this time since I'm starting off in ketosis before the fast starts. And I'll take you along with me, like I'm gonna see if I can record myself every day, give an update, and then yeah, we'll just freaking see, man, what happens. So that's what I'm doing. I hope it works out. I say that about everything I try. I'm like, I hope this time, like, this will work, and then nothing ever works. But I'm not giving up on fasting because, like I said, I don't want to just do it for health reasons. I'd like to make it some sort of regular practice for spiritual, enrichment or whatever as well. Depending on how this fast goes, I think we'll determine what I'm gonna eat once I stop fasting. If I can only go for like a few days again, then I will probably go back into low carb so that I can just kind of transition out of that a bit more slowly. But if I'm able to fast for a bit longer, like a week or even more, then I think I will start with introducing carbs, like start with something like some fruit or something to break the fast with. I don't know. I'll figure that out. Whatever. So we'll see how it goes. I thank you for your I thank you for your time. I thank you for your support, if you're giving it. And goodbye.